Today I'm going to be talking about why you need both power station and a gasoline generator. In a way it's almost like the same thing. Both of them kind of like generators, but they call it power station. This one is 3000 watt, this one is 1600 watt. So a little bit difference in them. Why you want to have both, not or the other? Because they have both pros and cons. Like power station holds a lot of power and you can actually run it inside of the house. If you have power outage for 3 days and you have a fish tank, you can put it inside of the house, keep it going, or bring in tools and you need to run electric tools like chainsaws, drills and things like that with the plug out of here all day would be no problem, and there is no CO2 emissions. The only problem with that, once you run out, you have to recharge it with either with solar power now or with the grid very slowly, a couple of hours. Versus this one, gasoline one, all you have to do is add on oil and gasoline and it's gonna run quite quickly right away. The other problem is this one is with the push of a button. This one, particular one, you have to crank a bunch of times, and you know what happens with those things whenever they sit for a year or two and you have not cranked it for a while. You will be having a little bit of a problem starting it back up again. So you wanna every 6 months or so often start it just to make sure it's flowing and all the gas doesn't like deteriorate, so it's just easier to start. And again with this one just pushes of a button, but in my opinion, because of those couple of reasons, just that you want to have them both in case you need to run something inside of the house in the basement. You don't want to breathe all of that CO2 and carbon monoxide and all that poison that comes out every year. There is a storm. People for some reason buy this and put them inside and get poisoning, like carbon monoxide poisoning. So for those people who forgets about carbon monoxide and cannot run a long extension cord out of the house, you want to run this one. But if you're running something outside or you have a long extension cord, these ones are great too. So they both awesome. I prefer better gasoline, but this thing is also really fun to have. You never know when you need it. So there you go. This is why I love both power station and gasoline generator. And at the same time, whenever you pull this out, they actually goes inside of a chainsaws and like weed eaters and lawn mowers. So at the same time, it is the same batteries that goes into the tools. And obviously you can plug in all the wire tools in here too. I've been using the DeWalt power station a very long time and it's amazing. I recharge my batteries with it and stuff like that. Look at that. Pretty cool. It's definitely made for somewhat outside too, but I wouldn't want to flood it. Before I turn it on, I want to charge it. This thing is kind of cool. Check this out. This is the charger and the wire goes in here for the charge. Okay, we're gonna charge it for a while till it's all the way full and let's see what happens. So we plugged it in and for some reason it's going to charge one at a time. As you can see, they all lit up and it's going to charge one at a time, which is quite interesting. Those are really big batteries at the same time, so we'll see what happens. I don't know what it's doing, but now this one stopped and this one charged, and then it's only been like 15 minutes. So it does it pretty quickly, but one at a time. Okay, charging looks like it's going to be pretty slow. It's on a third battery. It went back to this one for some reason, and it's charging one at a time. So it looks like I would have to charge them overnight. It's been a couple hours. It's only charging the third one. For some reason, this one lighted up and then went back to this one. DeWalt power station, charge them up all at once. Okay, I think it's all charged. Yep, just press on and they all lit up like it was full. There you go. That looks pretty powerful, and it looks like we have 88 hours of power. Wow, that looks pretty awesome. Looks like a video game. Okay, let's turn it off.